You guys asked for PvP build and you got one. The Dragonguard, the ultimate Dragonknight tank guide. It's Deltia from Deltia's Gaming here to talk about this new build that I love rolling around in Cyrodiil. It's based on sword and shield and a restoration bar on your back bar. It has tons of utility. You're almost indestructible. You got resources coming in left and right and burst damage on command. The downside is you depend on teammates and it has some little sustainability issues. But if you see this guide and watch this video, I'm taking on 3 people. You can do it too, and I'm going to show you how. Deltia, are we really at Spellscar again? I'm afraid so. It's hard to basically narrate these skills when I don't have a third party I can control. So I want to do something with these NPCs and explain the skills left to right and kind of how I use them. So, first things first is invasion. This is our leap to target. It stuns them for 3 seconds, and the stun is increased based on the distance charge. So you want to basically leap in at max range, which is 22 meters. Notice it does have a 3.5 meter range, so you can't leap like right face to face. So you'll people see people block, run back, do it, run back, do it, kind of that sort of thing. So that's kind of how invasion works. I'm going to show you in a second. But before you usually leap in, I like to use unstoppable or immovable. I'm not wearing any heavy armor. That's the heavy armor tree ability. So pop that so you can't be CC'd. You Rambo in, CC them, and kind of keep that up. That's kind of your opener of something you want to do. Third ability, it's a must-have. Burning Talons. It's CC's enemies that are nearby in a 6 meter radius. It's gone through some nerfs, but it's still valuable. Plus it puts a dot on them and deals damage over time, up to 6 enemies. So if you're in a huge group, this can generate tons of ultimate. Then you have Dragonfire Scales, just reflect, and it does a lot of damage back to people. It's over 4 seconds, so it's high magic cost, so don't be spamming this all the time. Save it for you know they're going to be casting you down. Or you see a Sork just trying to cast Crystal Frags, pop that. Green Dragon Blood, the mega self-heal of all time. That's why we have all that health. So that way when we heal, 33% of missing health, if I can cast, you ain't gonna kill me. It is high cost though, so you want to save a lot of magicka, probably roughly around 30% to get this off. Take Flight. It's our main damage dealer. It does a lot of physical damage or weapon-based damage, so you can use a weapon-based pot to make this hit even harder. And it has an enemy knockback too. Low cost, 122 with our gear setup. Plus it heals us based on how much ultimate we use. So it's going to heal, regenerate stamina, and magicka. So that's why we have it on our first bar. So you're kind of pop unstoppable, leap in, CC them, and keep Green Dragon Blood up. They go to cast, bang, that's it. Bar 2 is kind of our secondary bar, and I don't have extended chains on here, of course. I was doing some testing. But really, you want extended chains as a pull. It gets kind of buggy and doesn't work, 100% of the time, but it's still pretty effective. So I like it on there, especially if you need to pull someone into your Dragonknight stand. Healing Springs is the must-have. It's just your standard spam on the ground heal that adds a lot of AP, because every person that you heal with this, you're going to get AP full. So make sure that you have that ability. Cinderstorm. Why do I use Cinderstorm? Because if I talent someone, generally they're going to run away, get out of it, and then I can invasion to them again, and then bang, place a Cinderstorm on them, snare them, and it does deal damage too. So it's really useful. Fourth ability, Ignis Weapons. This is just a huge bonus to the party. Lasts for a long time too, and it builds ultimate out of combat, so you can always use this to spam ultimate. The fifth ability that I use is a Fighter's Guild ability, Silver Shards. It has some range, costs 300 or so stamina, but it basically nukes undead people. Considering that almost everyone's a vampire in Cyrodiil, I figure this is a must-have. Dragonknight Standard or Standard of Might Morph. It's just your mega damage dealer, damage reduction, and heal debuff. Now, people will roll out of this. I still like it though for when we're taking siege or it's a close quarters combat thing or we just CC someone. So I think it's a must. You could ultimately swap this out for Warhorn, the Alliance War ability, or even something else. Maybe even, I don't know, Soul Assault for range DPS. But I like it. Dragonknight, I think you just have to have standard. So let's kind of show you how this works. And some little unsuspecting NPCs here. Okay, so I see my enemy target. Ultimately, you're not going to always have time to do this, but you want to buff up. So Ignis Weapons, get that buff. And we're going to pop our immovable first. Then we're going to leap in. Bang! Charge up a heavy. Now we're going to CC and block. That guy's casting spells, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to keep my green dragon blood up. Immovable's running out. Just keep on blocking. Now you see our ultimate's up, so let's use it. And boom! Knocks them all back. Now I'm going to put it out on him again. Now I'm going to keep blocking. Immovable's about down. Stamina's getting low. It's okay. Got a lot of magic, so I'm going to cast my reflective scales, get green dragon blood back up. Look at my ultimate. It's almost already back up. Put a talons on them. Yes, they're flying, but it still does a dot. Keep my immovable up. I don't care. I'll stand in the red all day. Talons them again. Ultimate's back up, and boom! Charge up a heavy while they're stunned, and just keep up your buffs. Now, is this the most exciting playstyle? Not when I'm beating on NPCs, but when you're beating on a huge group and you got people healing you and DPS in the background, this is so much fun. So, killing 3 or 4 NPCs is not impressive, but that's the downside of the build, is that it's really dependent on other people. Some other things you could do while you're in there is you could pull other targets in, and you also lay a Cinderstorm. Of course he dies, but you could pull them in, swap, do a Talons too on top of the Cinderstorm. They're not getting out. Or at range you can use your Silver Shards. But really you're not going to use Dragonknight Standard too much. You're going to use a Take Flight. You can use it as an entrance. If 2 or 3 people do Take Flight, 2 or 3 Dragonites at a time, you're going to vaporize someone. If it crits, then you're looking at 1500 damage, even in a tank setup. So that's pretty good. And just a real quick way to do this, and I'm going to show you like what it looks like just under pressure against real players. Alright, we're on Thornblade, the campaign, 30-day campaign. I'm going to talk about gear here and what makes a Dragonguard shine as a PvP character. First off, you'll notice my cool little gear here. It's actually not the gear look. I have to use the costume because if I didn't, I would look ridiculous like this. Look at that. It looks ridiculous. It's a cross between Aladdin and some, I don't know, trash bag looking thing. So let's put that back on so I have some sort of credibility. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. So you gotta have a costume with this thing. I have 3 sets. That's hard to believe. 3 sets, and it really works. The first set is the werewolf. The weird part about the werewolf is it's 3 pieces. It has the head, shoulders, and the jacket are all medium armor, and then 2 pieces for the ring. If you look, it basically gives you 5 ultimate when you're getting damage. So it gives you the werewolf bonus without being a werewolf. That's really important because what we're going to do is block. Block, block, block. We want to take damage. So if we're taking damage, we're getting ultimate, that's going to lend very well to what we're going to try to do. Second set is kind of an odd one, but it's seducers because I want a lot of magicka recovery. I want resources. If I run out of resources, I die. Ultimately, I want to be an island, out on my own, keeping myself alive, and just taking the heat off my teammates. I haven't upgraded this stuff to legendary yet, just because I've already did my PvE tank set, so I need to get that upgraded. And then the werewolf set's kind of hard to drop, so I need to go back and get the VR14s and upgrade to legendary. Couple things on the werewolf, it's reinforced, so you can't craft it using impenetrable. That's kind of the downside. But the crafted 4-piece here with the seducers, you can use impenetrable. That's really the traits you want to use in PvP. Final set here is the Dominion 3-piece set. It reduces cost of ultimates by 10%. So that literally makes my Take Flight 122 ultimate. That's nothing. So you want that on there so you can use Take Flight. Take Flight not only does our big huge damage burst, but it also heals us with the Dragonknight's passive ability. Let me see where that's at. Battle Roar. So it restores a lot of our health and magicka, and it's just a quick thing to do if you need some health back and some magicka and want to keep casting. So that's kind of the gear setup for that. The rings I put stamina recovery on, and I like the reduced cost on the jewelry. That can make me basically have almost maxed on stamina. So I always keep green dragon blood up. Let's see what our stats look like. As you can see, stamina recovery is max well into the soft cap once I have Dragonblood up. I'm max on health, spell resistance, and so if I have Dragonblood up, I can block for days. And that extra protection that I get from that one piece of reduced cost really, really helps. And even when Green Dragonblood's not up, I'm still close to the cap. I really recommend stamina regeneration. I'm a Nord, so if you were a Red Guard, you might want to do something different, like maybe like Magicka regeneration or Magicka recovery. I like recovery on that Seducer's piece because even though it's not soft cap, it's still up there quite a ways. So if I'm blocking, I can cast. Green Dragonblood, that's our big huge self heal. It takes a lot to cast it, but if I'm anywhere near 30% or over, I can stay alive for days. So that's kind of the gear setup. It's nothing really too fancy. It's going to take a minute to get this. The minion stuff you can get from the vendors in PvP. The werewolf set drops in Upper Cragmorn, just doing quests and whatnot. And in this set you can craft. So it's going to take a little bit of work, a little effort, but it's going to be very, very advantageous for what we're trying to do. And that's really the gear setup. So the CC mechanic, what I'm trying to say is, my invasion, when I leap in, CCs them. So obviously they're going to break it right away or they're going to die within 2 seconds. Once they break it or die, you wait kind of 4 or 5 seconds till that little ring around the base of them is gone. That's when we attack again. So you're timing your burst. One on me. So see, he broke it right there. Look at that thing on his around his feet. Wait, 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 wait. Now I CC him again. Nuke. That's how it's done. Perfect. That's all we have to do. Just in a small little circle over and over and over. Right here. Get this guy. Yep. Locked him down. He broke CC. And now. Squish. Nice. Nice. Come on. One more. Let's finish him. For the queen! Oh, look at Mad Mike! Now they're all stacking up on the middle. Alright, we're gonna have to do something. I'm going. Necrotic Orb, baby. Someone hit this. Someone hit that damn thing. That was big. On me. Same dragon, that same guy. Stay back, members. We'll blazing shield you to death. Okay, hang back. Line of sight a little bit. Yep, let some more guys come. Stun behind us. This way. Got this target right here. Now, take flight. Boom, nuke him. I'm going in. Go Mad Mike.
Well, that was the Dragonguard. What'd you think? I think it's one of the most fun ways to play PvP. It's my style, Ramboing in, being a meatball, getting people's attention, taking damage, and taking the pressure off my team. If that's your personality, pick up a Dragonknight, go Nord, and try this out. And feel free to subscribe, leave me a comment, and let me know what you like or don't like out of this video. I'll be doing more PvP guides because you guys like it. Thanks for watching as always.